Hey there, it's me, possibly your favorite libertarian. Now, if you are at all intimidated by all of this camouflage that you see, don't be. I burnt my tongue drinking hot chocolate yesterday. Today we're talking about chest rigs, specifically the SOP micro chest rig from ACETAC. But before we do, a word from our sponsor, yourfavoritelibertarian.com. It's us, it's our website. That's where you'll find all the links and discount codes to the things YouTube doesn't want you to look at. It's the best way to save money and support the work we're doing here at the same time. $999,999. 1 million. Wow, I can't believe I did 1 million reps. That's crazy. Well, since you guys are here already watching me work out, which is kind of weird, I might as well let you know you can save some money on this chest rig and really anything on ACETAC's website simply by using an exclusive discount code I got for you guys, your fave. If you use your fave at checkout, you'll save some money on already ridiculously affordable gear. Big thanks to ACETAC for providing that, and also big thanks to them for providing this chest rig for an honest review. Keyword honest, because that's the only kind of review I do. You're going to be getting the pros and the cons, so stay tuned for that. Also, last thing, most importantly, I take prayer requests. So if you have any of those, you put them in the comment section below. I love praying for you guys. You can also DM me on Instagram if you want a more private setting to do so in. Now, with no further ado, let's get on to the actual video. There's 3 problems that ACETAC is doing a great job at solving in the way that they do their pricing model, the way that they have their ordering model, and the way that they configure their pieces of gear. And that is by combating the 3 major issues that are rampant in the industry when trying to purchase a chest rig, which is pricing, availability, and the fact that most companies are piecemealing their kits together, meaning you can't buy it all in one foul swoop. You have to purchase everything separately to build the thing that you want. But don't take my word for it. Let's use a quick example of a company that I will keep completely anonymous just to see how easy it is to set up a chest rig like this. All right, let's build a chest rig. Let's see how we do. Now I have looked on this website and there's no way to add the wings, but everything else it looks like is on the website. Let's see how it goes price-wise and availability-wise. First off, we have the micro chest rig. It comes with an X harness instead of an H harness, so that's something we'll have to upgrade. But this is the chest rig itself, and it is $175, almost $100 more than everything that you get with the other thing. But let's keep going. Let's at least get it in the color that we want. Let's get it in M81, baby, and it is out of stock. All right, well, I guess I'll do that email notification thing, and maybe in a year or 2 it'll be available. While we wait for that, let's go ahead and get some triple mag inserts because it doesn't come with those either. All right, so those are in stock, which is good, but they're $32. So if I'm doing the math, we're over $200 so far, and we still don't have our H harness. Let's add the H harness at least. Out of stock. Okay, in which color? In every color? It's out of stock in every single color. Okay, well, let's just say hypothetically it wasn't. That'd be another $45. So we're looking at almost $250, and we still don't have a dangler. So let's at least add the dangler, right? All right, let's go to the dangler. $54 more. So what is that? We're at $300 now for a chest rig. At the very least, we should be able to get this in M81, right? All right, let's take a look. What? All right, I guess I'll do the email notification for this too. If I wait really long and I save up my money, in a year or 2, I could buy that whole setup for $300. Or you could just buy this from ACETAC for $80 because it's in stock. Well, I think we're already starting to see some pros right off the bat, but let's continue. Pros. The first thing that surprised me about this setup is that almost every compartment of this rig comes with extras. The dangler comes with 2 elastic strap panels that can be removed via Velcro or loaded up with organized gear. It also has camo matched loop Velcro on the outside, so you're not breaking up your pattern with some random color of Velcro. Inside of the main admin pouch, you get built-in organization on one side and removable Velcroed on organization to the other. The front of the admin pouch matches the pattern, of course, and provides not only the loop Velcro, but also the laser cut MOLLE slots to attach additional kit to. The back side is where all the magic happens. First, you get a removable panel that covers up all the Velcro. Once it's removed, you can access your expansion wings and dangler if you wish to remove them for a more minimalist setup. Pew! Whoa, how'd I get here? Just to show you how easy it is to turn this into a placard, I'm going to show you how easy it is to turn it into a placard. This is a Defense Mechanisms MEP-C plate carrier. This is the s.o.p micro chest rig. I don't know why I said that, so weird. And as you can see, I've removed the back panel, so it's all hook Velcro, and this is all loop Velcro. So you could just slap it on, but what I'd recommend doing is working with these clips on the top here that work with the H-harness buckles, and I would get the Quasm buckles that feed through this MOLLE webbing right here, so you can actually click it in to have a nice positive retention of this, and then simply push it onto the Velcro. And now, not only can you use this as a placard as well as a chest rig simply by adding back that H-harness and the waist strap, but I've also invented something, and none of you guys can take this trademark, I've already trademarked it. I've invented the double dangler. So as you can see, I have two medical pouches right next to each other. I'm calling it the double dangler. Let me know what you guys think about the double dangler in the comment section below. Trademark TM. I should just go. I'm just gonna go. For the wings, you not only have those storage compartments behind it, but you also have the ability to attach additional pouches with the MOLLE slots in front. Oh, and bench press is way easier in this chest rig than in a plate carrier. So that's good. Cons. The first area I'd like to see changed would be the dangler. If it didn't include the organizational panels, I'd say that the half zip was a good choice so your stuff doesn't spill out. But since they give you those, I'd like to have the ability to unzip it all the way so I can more easily see what's in there and get to it. Secondly, and this I'm sure was a cost-saving thing, but I wish they would have carried over the modularity with both the Velcro pieces on the actual main compartment of the admin pouch so that the Velcro could be on both sides. I do like how far that one zips though. If they could just have all the functionality in both of those pouches together, that would be sweet. Moving up to the mag inserts. While I like the fact that these are interchangeable and they do have a lot of options for which ones you can use in there that they sell on their website, I do wish they contained some kind of hard insert. That would make it easier to re-index mags if you're not running a dump pouch on a belt or just generally want to be able to re-index your mags. Okay, so this is the best way I could think to show you guys this. There's a really big gap here because of me having two magazines in the side wing expander thing. And this is the way that it's supposed to go. You're supposed to have this thing feeding through this little elastic band so that you can have your straps feed through here. You've got the MOLLE and the Velcro right here. You have the ACETAC logo facing outward. This is how you're supposed to do it. Very uncomfortable to have two mags in each side. So I'm gonna move that out of the way. And there's a huge gap right here, which is just hilarious. So I don't recommend using these side wings like this. If you had one mag in here, it'd probably be okay, but two mags or like a really thick radio would not be a good idea. This is what it looks like from this angle. Again, you can see the straps are where they're supposed to be. And this is how much extra thickness you have behind the thickness of the chest rig. This is just running one mag on each side. Not too bad, still a little uncomfortable and still a tiny bit of a gap, but not as bad as before. I want to give you guys a close-up of the back of this with the back panel removed, just so I can answer a question that is probably going to come up in the comments because it's a question that came up in the comments of some other videos of this chest rig, and that is our favorite libertarian. Why don't you just switch these around so that the poofy part that is creating this big gap and digging into you is on the outside and the flat part is on the inside? Well, I'll show you what happens when you do that. Here's what happens. So as you can see, I got loop over here that's normally attaching to the hook on this side, but since it's flipped around, we have hook on hook, And obviously that is not secure. Even empty, these would just fall off even with this back panel on. So that's unfortunately not a solution, but there is a solution that I found on ACETAC's website. If you do want to upgrade these, you can go with the Flex Wing pouch. All the colorways are available in it, and it solves pretty much all these problems. Instead of having to have the buckles go through these little elastic keepers here and go over top of the pouch and press it into your body when it's tightened, the clips are on the outside, so that way you can buckle it in on the outside. And this whole thing right here is adjustable, so you can have any type of mag that you want in there. You can have an Nalgene water bottle in there if you want. You can have a small or big radio. It's super adjustable, and I believe they're around $30. So if you want to upgrade your kit that's, let's say $80, add another $30, you're still about a third of the cost of some of the other chest rigs out there with all the attachments that are on there. And I think it looks like, to me, a really good solution, but I'd like to get them and see how they work and give you guys a review of that. So if you do want to see those, let me know in the comments and I'll bug ACETAC for those as well. But that is an alternative to these if these aren't working for you. Final thoughts. All right, so in this portion of the video, I'm going to try to touch on some of the finer details that I noticed while doing my testing for this video. I also want to mention that this is not really a final thoughts. This is more of an initial impressions portion of the video, because I will be doing a lot more data gathering for you guys in the defensive elements class that's coming up in about a week now. So you should see some stuff on that soon. And I will be doing a follow-up video to tell you guys how this did in that class. So stay tuned for that. So let's get to those little details. One of the things that I was really surprised with for a chest rig of this price is that it included these little Velcro keepers for your excess strap. What's really nice about that is, one, they're sewn into the end of the strap, so you can just roll it up and keep that excess strap out of the way without having to cut it. If you cut it in the summer, you're going to regret it in the winter, because as you layer up, you're going to need more strap and you're not going to have any left because you cut it off. So it's nice that you don't have to worry about that. It's very scalable as you're training in different weather conditions, different climates, etc. You can take this wherever, and you have the ability to make it longer if you need to without having to have a bunch of excess strap flopping around. The second thing I noticed was that this H harness was extremely comfortable, which I'm not surprised about. I'm a big H harness fan. I think the X harness should just go away and never come back. But I did notice a couple subtle things that were really nice that were added, especially for the price. And that was, there's a little bit of padding in the strap. Sometimes you just get a strap, so that's nice. You also have these little keepers here, so you can route cables for comms, drinking tubes, if you have a big bag of water on your back or in your backpack. So that's nice. I do wish that they would have added a strap somewhere up here or up here, so that if you were running, let's say, a drinking tube or something that is feeding into your backpack, you have a little bit more cable or tube management, so it's not flopping around up here. But really, for the price, I can't complain. Also, I thought it was a nice touch that they included these little elastic pieces that go over the buckles, because sometimes, depending on the size of your mags or the mags you're running, or if you're running metal mags, you could be scraping all over these buckles and eventually wearing them down to the point where they don't work anymore. So it's nice that you have a buffer in between that and your mags. Also, if you're thinking about like sound deadening, it's nice to have this fabric in the middle so you're not clanking your buckle against your mag as well and creating more noise than you need to. So again, nice touch. It's nice that they thought about a lot of these things. My guess is they probably actually used the gear that they're making, so that's a good indicator of that, which I'm a huge fan of in a company that's making gear like this. Another thing I want to touch on are these zippers. Now, I have seen in other videos of people talking about this chest rig that they've had issues with the zippers where they're like sticking or they're not high quality or something. I haven't found that to be the case at all. These, I'll try not to drown my own voice out with these. They zip and unzip really well. If they're not YKK, I'd be surprised. And if they aren't YKK, I can't tell the difference. They're good zippers. At least in my limited testing, with my sample size of 1, I haven't had any issues with the zippers. So I'm really happy about that, because that was apparently the big sticking point for everyone, is that the zippers didn't zip very well. in their chest rig. But either way, zippers work fine for me. We touched on it a little bit in the cons, but I just want to go over again in case ACETAC is actually watching this video. These are the improvements I'd like to see in this to make it perfect for me and probably a lot of people watching this video. Right now I'm saying it's at like a 90% of exactly how I'd want it. This would take it to 100%. First of which would be, again, the zippers unzipping all the way for both this pouch here and also the dangler pouch. That would be awesome because you have these keepers in here and all that modularity. You could do a lot of really creative things with what you're storing in these. Like you could put handguns, you could put all sorts of other stuff, which would be super cool. And along those lines, I'd also like to see the Velcro just get to 100%. Do the Velcro right here and then have the Velcro-able keepers for organization right here. I would probably more likely want to run a handgun here and then have my pistol mags right next to it, here and here. Didn't really show these at all during the video. I guess I'm showing them now. Either way, that would be awesome. So if you guys could do that, I would be over the moon. And then the last thing is going to be these expander wings. I think the expander wings were a hit and a miss with what is included with this. Yes, you can put stuff in it in a pinch. And yes, it is going to pinch and it's gonna make it harder for you to access these because the straps are gonna be in the way. So that's not great, but I think if you were to include the upgraded wings that you guys have on your website, which would be those $30 items, you could maybe increase it $30 and I'd be okay with that if it all came together and it was just ready to go. Had those upgraded wings that are available on the website, I think this would be a home run and this would be the 100% exactly what I want chest rig. So ACETAC, if you guys are watching this video, make it happen, please. Well, that's gonna be it for me in my video on the S.O.P micro chest rig from ACETAC. Big thanks to ACETAC for providing this for review and providing you guys with this discount code if you wanna save 10% off your entire order, your fave at checkout. For anything on their website, if you want to pick this exact kit up, this would be $72 with the discount code. So you're basically not paying tax, which is I think what we all want to do, right? And it lets them know that I sent you, you're supporting the channel at the same time, and you're saving money on some pretty cool gear. So it's a win-win. Let me know in the comment section what you want to see next from ACETAC, because there are some other things that I'm interested in checking out and I want to see if they align with what you want to see so I can give you my opinions on that gear, the pros and the cons, so that you can make an educated decision on the gear that you're going to be using potentially in a life-saving situation. And as always, thanks for watching, stay free, and God bless.
What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.